In the year 2087, Earth faced an unprecedented threat. The galaxy was full of strange civilizations, some of which were peaceful, while others were bent on conquering and destroying. One such hostile alien species, known as the Vexari, had been watching humanity for centuries. After observing human behavior and weaknesses, they decided it was time to act. The Vexari sent killer robots, machines designed for total destruction, to wipe out humanity. The first attack came without warning. One moment, life on Earth was normal, and the next, cities across the world were under siege. The Vexari robots were unstoppable. These mechanical giants tore through cities, crushing buildings, tearing apart military forces, and slaughtering civilians. The world's best armies couldn't stand against the powerful weapons and unrelenting nature of the robots. The humans, though resilient, were outmatched. As the world descended into chaos, the United Nations gathered the brightest minds in science, engineering, and strategy. For the first time in history, countries put aside their differences and formed a single unified front against the invaders. Every scientist and engineer worked around the clock, trying to develop a countermeasure against the robot menace. Dr. Ethan Roberts, a brilliant scientist and former military strategist, took the lead in the human resistance effort. He understood that defeating the Vexari robots was not just about brute force, it was about outsmarting them. These robots may be strong, but they have one weakness: predictability. Dr. Roberts told the world's leaders, they operate based on pre-programmed patterns. If we can exploit those patterns, we might have a chance. Dr. Roberts' theory was simple. If the robots followed predictable instructions, they could be tricked or outmaneuvered. To do this, humans needed to think like the enemy, using creativity, strategy, and technology in ways the Vexari could never anticipate. The first step was to develop new technologies. The human resistance worked tirelessly to design a new type of defense, a fleet of robotic soldiers that would mimic the Vexari robots but be designed to fight them. These robots, however, had a major difference. They were powered by human intelligence. They learned, adapted, and evolved with every encounter, much like humans did. The first battle between the Vexari robots and the new human-designed machines took place in the ruins of New York City. The Vexari robots, large and menacing, stormed the streets, crushing everything in their path. But this time, the humans were ready. Dr. Roberts' team unleashed their new robotic soldiers, which immediately began to fight back. At first, it seemed like the robots were just as strong as their invaders. They battled fiercely, but the Vexari robots' superior weapons and size made them appear unstoppable. But the humans had an advantage the Vexari never expected: creativity. Dr. Roberts had anticipated the robots' movements. The human robots used unexpected tactics, fighting in ways that the Vexari hadn't programmed their machines to handle. They used guerrilla warfare strategies, attacking from hidden positions and ambushing the Vexari forces. Slowly but surely, the tide began to turn. As the days passed, the human robots grew smarter, learning from each skirmish. They adapted to the Vexari robots' attack patterns, finding weaknesses and exploiting them. The humans used decoys, distractions, and surprise attacks to outwit the invaders. The battle in New York City became the turning point in the war. Dr. Roberts and his team continued to push the limits of technology. They developed EMP devices capable of disabling the Vexari robots' circuits temporarily, rendering them vulnerable to attack. They also created specialized weapons that could pierce through the robots' armor. Each day, the humans made new breakthroughs, staying one step ahead of the Vexari. Meanwhile, the Vexari were growing increasingly frustrated. Their once invincible robots were now being defeated by the humans, and they couldn't understand why. The Vexari had underestimated humanity. They had expected to face primitive, weak beings who would crumble in the face of superior technology. What they didn't realize was that humans were different. They were capable of adapting, learning, and outthinking even the most advanced machines. Soon, the human resistance launched a coordinated attack on the Vexari command ship, which was stationed high above Earth. The goal was simple: destroy the heart of the invasion and cripple the Vexari forces. The mission was dangerous, and the humans knew that their survival depended on their ability to work together and outsmart the alien invaders. A team of human soldiers, led by Dr. Roberts himself, infiltrated the Vexeri ship. They fought their way through the corridors, taking out enemy robots with precise strikes and clever tactics. The humans were relentless. They fought with a sense of purpose and determination that the Vexeri had never seen before. Each step they took was a testament to humanity's unbreakable will to survive. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of fighting, the humans reached the core of the Vexeri ship. With a single well-placed explosion, they destroyed the aliens' command center, crippling their ability to coordinate the invasion. The Vexeri forces scattered, no longer able to maintain their assault on Earth. The victory was hard-won, but it was a victory nonetheless. The humans had done what no one thought possible. They had defeated the killer robots sent to destroy them. In doing so, they had proven something even more important, that no matter how powerful the enemy, no matter how advanced their technology, humanity could always rise to the challenge. As Earth began to rebuild, the world looked at the victory with pride. The Vexeri had sent their killer robots to annihilate humanity, but what they didn't count on was the one thing they couldn't predict: human resilience. Dr. Roberts stood before a crowd of cheering citizens, his eyes filled with determination. "This is not the end," he said, his voice echoing through the speakers. "This is just the beginning. We have shown the galaxy that humans will never back down. No matter what challenges we face, we will always rise up. We will always fight back." And with that, humanity's story continued, one of survival, strength, and the unyielding will to protect the future. The Vexeri had sent their killer robots, but humans had done something far greater. They had shown the galaxy that no matter the odds, humanity would never be defeated.